It's Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, and it's WCCS AM 1160 and FM 101.1. And good morning to you. It's a sunny Tuesday, gorgeous day outside, and our temperature in downtown Indiana, we're striving to reach 60 degrees. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. Let's check it. Mr. Computer says we did it. We reached 60 degrees, so we're happy people now. Well, we were happy anyway. And with us in the studio this morning is Stephanie McCoy. Stephanie works at Summit Church here in Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Stephanie, there's something coming up called the Walk for Freedom that has a very serious subject and worldwide implications. And this is in affiliation with an organization that goes all around the world, isn't it?
Yeah. So A21 is a global anti-human trafficking organization that they seek to see slavery end in the 21st century. And so Walk for Freedom is an event that we get to partner with them where we just raise awareness about millions of men, women, and children who are trapped in slavery today. And so by doing this and having this walk, we believe it can be a catalyst for people to be rescued and see humans restored into just who they're meant to be.
Okay, so the Walk for Freedom is when and where?
It is October 14th at Mack Park, and it starts at 10 a.m., but check-in and registration starts at 9.
And how is it formatted? Because sometimes, a walk just means everybody gathers together and walks around the track. But this is different.
Yeah, this is very different. So it's actually kind of distinct. The participants are recognized by walking in single file lines, wearing black shirts and yellow bandanas across their mouths. So the yellow bandana has a person's name on it, and it signifies somebody who has been rescued and restored from human trafficking. And so we will walk in a single file line through the busiest parts of town, like right along Philly Street, and then through the busiest parts of campus, just to raise awareness and educate others about human trafficking, because it's very real. And
will there be signs that are going to explain what you're doing?
There will be at Mack Park, and but also we'll have people carrying signs. About every 5 people who are in the line will be carrying a sign stating some type of fact or something about human trafficking.
And you'd like folks to come join you?
Yeah, and it's free. They can come. They can show up on October 14th and get registered that day of, or they can register at a21.org/Indiana.
And the only requirement is they wear a black shirt?
Yeah, if you don't get an A21 shirt, which can be found on the website, you just wear a black shirt.
Okay.
Jeans are fine, and then, we'll walk in single file lines. But they do this, it's what's cool about this is they do it all over the world on October 14th, so we're kind of walking in agreement with people all over the world. Last year there were 300 walks in 40 countries. This year they're going to have even more, so there's people walking in front of the Eiffel Tower in France, and then there's people walking, on Hollywood in America. And so
people probably don't realize, or maybe they put it to the back of their minds, but there is actual human trafficking, human slavery going on in the world today.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you remember a couple months ago, there was that incident in San Antonio with in Walmart parking lot with I forget how many people, about 40 maybe, in the back of a 18-wheeler truck. But actually there are some facts that every 30 seconds somebody becomes a slave, and that's so hard to wrap your mind around.
Sure.
Human trafficking, it's the highest organized crime today. There is an estimated $150 billion that are put into this organized crime. And it's just, it's hard to wrap your head around. When I started traveling, I thought, this only happens in other countries. We need to raise awareness because of the people in other countries. But really, it is happening today.
Yeah. Here in America.
And we one of the main reasons we want to do it through campus and have this walk through campus is because of all the international students that are on our campus here at IUP. And so if we can raise awareness to one of them and they take it back to their country, and they at least know about it or know the hotline number to call if anything would ever happen, then it saves one.
Stop and consider the number of runaways in this country.
Yeah.
And they're just snatched off the street, and
Yep.
They're taken off of this continent even, and into other countries.
Yeah. We visited Greece last year, and I know we partnered with A21 for a trip to Greece with Summit Church, but we were just really explained that these women, or even men and children sometimes, they're told, hey, you can get this job here in this other country or here in this place, or they fall in love with a man who seems to really love them, and then once they move away, they're stripped of all their identity, and they're told that they're stuck basically forever. Their families will be killed, and so it's a crazy crime, that's for sure.
So this organization called A21 probably didn't just spring up. It's
right.
something that has been established for a while.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how old it is, but it was founded by a woman named Christine Kane, who has a crazy story. But there are now 12 offices in 11 countries. So the unique thing about A21, and like I said, I don't know how long it's been around, but the unique thing is that they are in these other countries, but they educate law enforcement. So they try to get to the root of the problem by educating the law enforcement for what to look for and getting these traffickers right where they are. But yeah, and they reach and they rescue and then they restore. So they don't just save them, but then they restore them back by counseling and all those kind of things.
One of the interesting things about what you're saying is that there are organizations that do awareness walks, and they're wonderful, and they do the job for which they're intended. This is an organization that actually goes beyond raising awareness to actually intervening in the lives of people by helping to train people to recognize it and to reverse it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Tremendous. Okay, so Stephanie McCoy is with us. Summit Church is not sponsoring it, but is a
just
part
hosting
of it.
Hosting it for A21.
All right, so Summit, for folks who don't know, Summit Church, you work there.
I do.
After having graduated from IUP.
Yes, I did. I graduated from IUP in 2015 and didn't really have intentions of working in a church, but that changed, and so I love what I get to do now. Just outreach in the community and stuff like that God's really given me the opportunity for.
Well, tell me about Summit Church.
Okay. Well, Summit Church is located right by the YMCA, just above the hill at 2707 West Pike Road. But we've got 3 services, one at 6 o'clock on Saturday nights, and then 2 services on Sunday, 9 and 11. And it's just been really incredible to see the growth that has happened, not just from when I started working there, or not, it's not because of me at all, but really before that, I attended when I was at IUP, and it's just really grown, not only in numbers of people, but really the impact that we're allowed to have in the community or in schools and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, and a lot of outreach, a lot of missions, I would assume.
Yeah, a lot of outreach. It's my favorite part.
I can tell. She got a big smile on her face when she starts to talk about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Missions are such an important part of every church's life.
Yeah.
And certainly Summit Church is part of that as well.
Yeah, and we hope to just encourage other churches that may have maybe focused inward to be a part of looking outward. And really, I think that's sometimes how problems can be dealt with. Just stop focusing on yourself.
Sure. Something like this is something that will do that.
Yeah.
All right, so give the invitation again. It is happening on
October 14th at Mack Park, and it starts at 10 a.m., but you want to get there at 9 to get registered if you're not registered, or checked in if you are pre-registered. And so we will then, at 10 o'clock, music will start. We'll talk about the purpose behind it. We'll gather at the grandstands, and then we'll line up and walk single file through campus, through the busiest parts of town. We'll come back and have refreshments and hang out, and then that's it.
This is the first time this has happened here in Indiana.
First time. Yeah. First time this has happened. Actually, whenever I applied to be a host, they thought I was in Indiana, the state, and we wouldn't have been able to do it because they already have one in Indiana, the state. But since we're not, we're in Pennsylvania, so.
Yes, that happens a lot.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah, we try to explain to people we're on Philadelphia Street in Indiana, in Pennsylvania. It takes a while to get that through to everybody.
Yeah, might as well keep it now, right?
There you go.
Don't change it.
Go. All right, so it's coming up on October the 14th, and of course, this is going to be something that I know that you'd like to make an annual thing.
Yeah. And there is no religious affiliation with this, just because Summit Church is hosting it. There's actually no religious affiliation. A21 is a non-religious organization. But yeah, we hope to do this again for years to come, know.
Absolutely. So. It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Stephanie, thanks for coming in to tell us all about it.
Thank you so much, Todd.
See, it was painless, wasn't it?
It was.
She was concerned about that. But we generally try to keep people from experiencing pain by appearing on the radio. So that's a good thing.
Well.
It's Indiana in the Morning, presented by